How's it going, guys, and welcome to another really simple Trangia Mini cook-up. This week we're making a double cheeseburger with mushrooms, onion and an egg on top. I think that's what's going in it. Yeah, so I've come up with a pretty cool way of, because the Trangia frying pan is so small, I've come up with a way of basically cooking both patties at pretty much the same time. You've probably seen it before somewhere else. I've not seen it actually, so hopefully I've invented something new, but probably not. So yeah, let's crack on and make ourselves a lovely double cheeseburger. So obviously the ingredients for this one couldn't be simpler. A couple of burgers, some onion, egg, mushrooms, cheese and a burger bun. Yeah, really simple little ingredients list there. So obviously to start off with, I'm just going to slice up my onion and my mushroom. When you unwrap stuff, and if you've wrapped it in tin foil, it's very helpful if you can try and save the tin foil as like a plate, or whatever you want to call it, a board to put your ingredients on after they've been chopped up, just to keep them out of the mud. And it's as simple as that for the prep. Nice and easy today. Kind of get around 2 fills, maybe a little bit more off one of these. They are good, but I have noticed this one here is closed at the minute, but listen. Yeah, it's like, that's not really a good enough seal, I don't think, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. I knew I'd find a use for these one day. I kept some miniature bottles from when I was working away, staying in a hotel. I thought I was going to be using them for bleeding brakes and stuff, to stop spilling fluid, but these are going to be for carrying oil. I prefer carrying lots of little bottles so as you can stuff them away in places. That's my theory anyway. So yeah, managed to finally repurpose those. Perfect. So the plan I had in mind for these burgers was to stack them and then do, you know, flip them in the right order so as it's cooking at the right time. So we go on with that one, in with just a thin layer of onion just to hold them apart, and then stack the other one on top, just like that. And then obviously the order of proceedings will be to flip the whole thing, and then to flip the top one, the one that's on the bottom now. As I flip it, that side will be cooked, so if I flip that, it will give me a raw side while the other side's cooking. Then I can flip again, flip the top patty, and then flip again the last time with the cheese in it. So that was my bright idea. I'm sure it's already been done many a times, but this is a great way of making a double cheeseburger work on a Trangia, I think. So I felt quite clever. And of course, now that in Europe we're in barbecue season, you have to have a cold beer while you're cooking up on a burger, while you're cooking up on a barbecue, I fancy. So cheers to everyone. Nice sized burger, eh? Gives you an idea, a real good idea of how it looks in a Trangia Mini stove. That's a burger that's sort of maybe 4 inches across. Yeah, so this is the way to do it, to stack them for sure. Yeah, we're getting ready for the simmering there as well now. Right, now while I'm confident that the premise of cooking burgers this way is good, the actual flip may not be quite so easy. Take it just off the heat a minute. Sort out that crazy simmering again. Right, let's try for the flip now. Oh, GSI, your tongs are too fat. Right, let's try this. Yeah, these tongs are just way too fat at the end. I don't get the point in that. I literally can't even force them under. There we go. Okay, right, so it's charred a little bit in the time it's taken me to do that, but we are making barbecue here, so that's no problem. So now, I just need to flip this top one, like that, and then that's a raw side, ready to cook in a minute. So I'm actually, you can see where they've, I can understand why, they've put like grippy bits on the end of these tongs, GSI. But I'm just going to carve one side down to like a spatula shape. Alright, so I've just drained a bit of oil off out of shot there as well, just to stop it flaring up quite so much. Proceeded to drop the burger on the floor while I was doing that, but that's okay. I might just get the mushrooms in that oil on that side. I'm not going to cook the onions because I like onions on a burger to be raw. Just a bit, I don't know, it's doable, but it's just a bit unmanageable cooking, like frying on one of these. The burner is too big by comparison to the fry pan, so it's just all a bit, it's just picking up on the spitting on the oil and sort of burning, which is fine. On like a big grill, that's no problem, but in a little Trangia, it just makes the whole thing a little bit difficult. Is it because I'm not centred over it perhaps? I don't know. It's simmering with literally nothing left on it. It's just a little bit ferocious. Right, so this is going to be the last flip onto the last raw side. So now in here goes the cheese. And then back on top of that. Push it in off the side a little bit. Marvellous. Right, I think the Trangia is becoming a little bit more manageable because it's running out of fuel, which is good. Looking like for fuel. Oh, I can't see. It's obviously almost out, I would say. It'd be nice to try and get the egg done, but I don't think that's going to be a goer. Right, so just wants a little bit more time on this side, and then we can start putting the thing to get the egg in and start putting it together. Okay, so to start with, for assembling this bad boy, I'm going to stick the patty, or the burger, on the top half of the bun, and then the mushroom on the bottom. Just easier than balancing all the loose mushrooms on top of the burger, I reckon. Spread those out in a minute. Right, so let's get an egg going. I don't bother with the simmering. Another cool little, just these camping egg holders, they're perfect. I've got a little bit of bog roll in there just to stop any rattle whatsoever. So let's get this egg going. A little bit wonky with me Trangia here as always, so I'm not going to be able to make like a perfectly round egg. Got to have a bit of pepper on your egg. I even go for a bit of salt. So back to the burger. I like raw onion on my burger, not cooked onion like I said earlier. So I'm just going to balance a few bits like that, and then what I can do is transfer the burger over here, and then we'll be ready for dolloping an egg on top in a minute. Funnily enough, I've cooked the stew on here, I've cooked the spaghetti carbonara, cooked that sandwich now, I'm now cooking a burger. This is the first egg I've ever cooked on the Trangia Mini, which is an absolute staple in my diet at home. Fried eggs and eggs in general. So I am going to flip it. It doesn't bother me if I make the egg a little bit hard. Perfect. Give that a second or two. So let's just get that assembled. Got to have a bit of ketchup on your burger, and if you're anything like me, a bit of mayo. Perfect. And that is us ready for the thumbnail. Well, there we go guys, got me burger, got me beer. I'll stick the thumbnail up there in the corner so as you can see it again, nice and clear. I've cut the burger in half to see it properly, but here you go on camera. Lovely double cheeseburger with egg, onion and mushroom. Let's give it a go, shall we? Well, that is an absolute beast of the burger. I'll just show you the other half again, in case you're wondering why the meat looks a funny colour. I mean, it doesn't look a funny colour, but it looks different to the hamburgers you get in the UK maybe. Is in Spain, very often you either get pork burgers, or when they do mince, it's quite often a mixture of pork and beef together. So I think that these are a mixture of pork and beef burgers, so that's why they're a slightly lighter colour when they're cooked, but still absolutely delicious. So yeah, just to summarise there real quick, trail weight is fine, onions, mushrooms, cheese fits in with the other ingredients with the other recipes that I'll carry anyway, so they fit in nicely. Burgers, I carry them frozen from the house and cook them that night. And the buns, I wouldn't carry burger buns, I carry thin, so trail weight is absolutely fine. In terms of fuel use, it's just over 1 full burner of fuel, which is fine. I'd probably get it down a bit quicker than that with thinner patties if I wanted to. It transfers well into the Trangia. That that thing with keeping the both burgers on there all the time and alternatively flipping them, that works well. It's a little bit of a faff, to be honest, in that tiny little pan. The Trangia frying pan is so small by comparison to the burner that when the burner starts getting empty and the fuel really starts heating up, even with the simmer ring on there, it becomes a little bit hard to manage because the pan's so small. As the contents of the pan gets hot as well and starts spitting because you're frying, then obviously that starts to flambe a little bit as well, like, you know, which is just makes it a little bit difficult with the little pot grab to be able to cook without burning yourself. But yeah, definitely one that I'll cook on the trail. It worked really, really well. So I'm going to sit here, take it all in, enjoy my burger, enjoy my beer. I'll catch you all next time. My next cook will probably be something that my dad used to cook called a tuna bake, which is mashed potato, tuna, sweet corn, just cooked up together, and then a bit of mayonnaise on top and cheese on top. It's a lovely, simple thing to cook. Now that I know that powdered mash is good, yeah, I can make that. So yeah, let's just take it all in and enjoy this burger.